What's up? I'm Paul Pennacchia. Today I'm going to teach you how to get better at front lever. All right, so the first exercise that we want to do here, we really want to get comfortable with just hanging horizontally. That's the first step. So what I would say is you want to practice tucks. Just being able to hold a tuck here, all right? And the way that we're going to do that is you need to pick an exercise that builds the strength in order to get to that position. So when you're on a low bar, it's a little bit easier to step into it, but if we take it over to the high bar for a second, this is where you want to develop the lats. So like when you're in a gym, you do lat pull downs. You want to start here, pull down and tuck your knees into your chest. So the exercise is going to look like this. Boom. And you want to hold that position there and come back down. And then back up, hold the position here, and back down. You should be able to do at least 3 to 5 repetitions of that before moving on to the next progression. And then after that, we're gonna start to build some of the lever itself. But we really need that retraction strength. We need that lat pull down strength. So the next exercise is we're gonna start to build that lever. So slowly, instead of keeping your feet into your chest like this, we're gonna start to extend at the hips. And this is really important. We don't wanna extend at the legs. We wanna extend here at the hips. So here's the full position right there. And the way that we're gonna learn to hold that is through a dynamic exercise. So with the front lever, a lot of dynamic exercises that go into it can help you hold it statically. So we take it back to the high bar. We want to start in our tuck, like how we were doing in the first progression, but then we want to go out and in, out and in. So starting in the tuck here, we want to slowly extend and then bring it back in. Slowly extend, bring it back in. Slowly extend, bring it back in. And then once you get comfortable with that, we move on to the next progression. Make sure you got some chalk on your hands. You don't want to be slipping off upside down, especially for this next one. So another dynamic exercise that really helped me get the front lever was the front lever negative. But in order to do the negative, you have to be able to extend your hips at the top of the rep. So the next exercise is going to be extensions. So first, we're going to start in an inverted L, like this, and then we're going to push up. When we're in this position, we're already in front lever, right? But we're just not horizontal. So we want to start here, boom, extend. Here, boom, extend. So that would be the exercise in order to get the extension. But you want to be able to hold the extension almost like vertical as much as you can. And then slowly over time, we're going to start taking it lower and back up, lower and back up, lower and back up. So that exercise is going to look like this. So we extend, lower, back up, just a little bit. Lower, back up, lower, back up. So as you can see, I'm only going like this much. Like I'm not even coming down 45. I'm going a little bit because what that's doing is it's teaching my lats and it's teaching my back, it's teaching my core that I need to be able to increasingly take more weight. So from there, we're gonna keep taking it lower and lower and lower until you can hold it in the middle. But before you can hold it in the middle, you wanna see the negative all the way through. So I would start doing reps like this. So you get in your L sit, your inverted L, you extend, and then boom, just like that. We don't even have to hold anything yet. Inverted L, extend, boom, just like that. And then after we get used to those, when you're nice and fresh, you're gonna start at the top, slowly lower, slowly lower, slowly lower, and then you're gonna try to catch it right in the middle for the front lever. So usually some people like to catch it a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But it's really depending on where your strength is, because an exercise that helps build the other part of the range that we were starting in the beginning, the raises from the bottom, but with a heavier shape. So if you're used to doing, this bar is a little short, but if you're used to doing these, like this, boom, and you're used to doing them from the top down, the only step left is just meet in the middle and just squeeze and just hold that. So that is how you unlock the front. That's how I did it, a lot of dynamics. And then the very, very, very last step is taking it to a band. So in my experience, if you start with the band and you're holding with the bands, that's, in my opinion, that's not necessarily gonna give you the strength in order to hold it alone. I believe that you have to do more body weight work, and then once you're holding something horizontally, that's when you use the band, get your hips up, clean it up, and get that front lever straight. One last thing I'd like to add is just different grips, right? So thumb over, you're gonna have more leverage. It's gonna be easier. The more you put your wrist over the bar, the less long the lever is gonna be. So the hardest variation of the grip would be here. No false grip, no wrist, just here, boom, just like that. So those are my front lever essentials. I hope that helped you today. And I want to thank Carlos. Excellent camera work.
Appreciate
the time, bro.
Real,
thank
man.
you.
Thank you.